guys, this is Manish Goswami, and I've been doing lots of microblogging on Facebook and Twitter since a long time, and I've also been thinking to move a step ahead. I've been thinking to do videos, and I thought this is a very good time to begin that thing because a very interesting thing is going on in India presently. Demonetization, and Hindi it is not. Narendra Modi came on screen on 8th of October and announced that from now onwards the 500 and the 1000 rupees will not be usable or will not be legal in market. People got shocked, so many people got excited. They thought now it is going to stop corruption. They thought that it will stop all kind of wrong things like money laundering and etc. By this one master stroke of Narendra Modi. Somewhere people forgot to do the research. They forgot to put their brain into that decision and to find out what does actually demonetization mean, what would be the outcomes of demonetization, and what kind of results will come out. Well, you can see that the process of demonetization means the currency will be changed. Okay, it is not going to change any rules. Rules are still there, rules are still same, only currency is changing. Of course, there are so many good things in it. Like for example, the first good thing is that banks gonna get lots of money. So somewhere, just because banks have lots of money, it will reduce the interest rate, so people will be able to take out loans on a lesser interest because banks have money and they are ready to give loans to people. The interest rate will also go down, so all the home loans, business loans, and all kind of loans will go down. Their interest rates will go down. The one good thing. Second good thing is that the counterfeited money will be useless because the currency will be currency will exchange. So all the old notes, all the counterfeited notes that were rotating in market will become useless. So it will be a little tough for people who were printing and using counterfeited monies for their own benefit will get disturbed by it. For example, the terrorist, Mayonnaise, Naxalite, they will get disturbed by this announcement, by this decision, but for only time being until they start printing the new currency, the new counterfeited currency. Because once the new 2500 rupees will be in market, will be rotating in the market, they will again start printing those new currency, counterfeited currency, and they will start using it. So for timing, they'll be disturbed, but after a little while, they'll be on track again. Third good reason. First good reason is that the interest rate will go down, counterfeited money will be obsolete, and the third step is somewhere it will also help in, I think, in curbing the inflation because the price of property will go down, price of land will go down, price of gold will go down, price of stuff related to mines, price of stuff related to construction will go down. Definitely, because banks will have lots of money, counterfeited money will be out, and people will have no black money in their pockets. So the rates of all these stuff will go down. So these are the only three benefits that I can see in this decision of demonetization. But as Narendra Modi declared on that night, on 8th of October, that demonetization will stop corruption. Will it really stop corruption? I don't think so. Black money will stop, money laundering, hawala. Will it really do it? I don't really think so. Because if you go into the history and read a little about demonetization, you will find out that this is not a new thing for this world. There are countries, there are leaders who have used this so-called master stroke of demonetization in different countries, in Nigeria, Ghana, Soviet Union, Russia, and North Korea. All these countries, in fact, even in India, in 1978, the demonetization has been done. There were leaders who exchanged or somewhere stopped the old currency notes under this process of demonetization with the hope that it will help in curbing corruption. But did it really stop corruption? In India in 1978, the demonetization occurred. Didn't we have any corruption here? Didn't people were bribing to each other? Didn't we have any money laundering in India? Didn't we have any crime related to money in India since 1978? Has it all been stopped since 1978? Has it been? Then, then how can you say that it is going to stop corruption? See, it is just a temporary measure. It is just a measure that will show some good positive result for a time being only, for a short period only. But after a little while, as the new currency will come into market and will start rotating in market, things will again start getting normal. People will again be free to use the new currency for the different stuff they want to use. For example, there have been two cases that I have already heard, one in Bhopal, one in Gujarat. That in Bhopal, people used new currency note to give bribe to some MP board officials, 25,000 each. And then there is also a news that somebody used 3 lakh rupees in new currency to bribe somebody. So only currency is changing, people, people's attitude and rules and political will is not changing. People are using new currency note to bribe others. They can hoard that money, they can launder that money, and they can also counterfeit the new currency notes. If you talk to some good economist, you will find out that this demonetization is effective only when it is done regularly, say maybe in every 2 years, in 3 years, or 4 years. But is it really possible to do demonetization in such a huge country? We have population of 125, 125 crore peoples. You can see people, especially poor people, have really got disturbed by this decision. These people, the farmers, the laborers, the workers, all this class of people are standing in queues. They have left their jobs. They don't have any money in their pocket, in their hands. They are just standing in queues for exchanging their old money. They have salary of 3, 4, 5,000 rupees only monthly, and they need money. They need money for food. They need money for fuel. Farmers need money for agriculture, and people need money for kids. You can see that so many people have died. More than 40 deaths have been recorded since these announcements of demonetization. Who will pay for them? What about their losses? People like they have kids at home who wants milk, but their mom are standing in the queues. There are farmers. They need they need all the things for their farming, but they are standing in queues. But people are also saying that somewhere marriages have also got affected, but I don't want to talk about that because I don't support spending lots of money in marriages. I think marriages should be done in a very simple and easy way. So I don't see it as a problem. If you don't have money, you can still go and marry. It does not affect you in any way, right? But is a class of people who have really got disturbed by this demonetization. Somewhere it shows that you cannot do demonetization in India, in such a huge country, in every 2, 3, 4 years. And economics say that this process of demonetization is effective only when it is done regularly in every 2, 3, 4 years, and it is not possible in India. So there are few good things in this decision. I have already talked about that, but there are also problems people are facing because of this. Not only people, but the bank staff is also facing the problems. And if you think it is going to change anything in India related to corruption and money laundering, it is not. It is just a short-term measure. It is going to show some temporary benefits, but in long run, it is not going to change anything. And in my eyes, it is nothing more than a it is nothing more than a populist step taken to woo the masses by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and somewhere it also worked because there are bunch of people who have really got impressed by Modi for this step of demonetization, and they think there is some minister, some leader who has done really something for curbing the corruption without getting into the detail of it, without doing a research of it. They just listen to what Narendra Modi says and they just get happy about it, and they have really got impressed by it. Yeah, so there are bunch of people who have really got impressed by this move. But if they will go into the history and they will go into the research, that they will find out that it is just a short-term measure, a populist measure taken to move masses. It will show you a little temporary benefits for a time being, but as the life will go on, things will get normal, and everybody will keep on getting into everybody, everything will keep on happening in the same way that it has always been. And one important issue I also wanted to talk about is that is really is all the black is in currency only, or is all the currency is black? Is all black currency, is all currency black? People need to understand this very important thing. It is a very important thing. See, there are Panama papers, Swiss accounts, and there are all tax haven countries where people have hoarded their money. There are ways they have already bought gold, they have already invested their black money in properties, right? And they have stock, right? They have invested their money in stock. Means there are so many number of ways to adjust your black money, and those huge players have already done that. They have their money in the tax haven countries, they have their money converted into properties and gold. What about that? Has Narendra Modi taken any step against those people? Is he going to take any step against those people, those big players? Is he really serious about stopping the corruption and bringing the black money in India? If he is really serious about it, he will, or he must definitely do something about those people. People who have got their names in Panama list, people who have got their names in Swiss accounts. But Narendra Modi is not doing anything about them. If he does, I will definitely support, because those are the huge players who have affected the economy of India by doing corruption. And this is just a populist measure which is affecting the common man only, right? So people need to understand this, that who are the real big players, who are the real big corrupt people in India, and is government ready to or willing to take any against those people or not? You need to understand it like this. Suppose I have a class of 10 students, okay? I know there are two students who are very naughty, who does all the mischievous things online, and then there are 8 students who are good, disciplined, and very nice. So what will I do as a teacher? I will punish those two naughty students who are doing mischievous things, or I'll punish the whole class, whole 10 students for the wrong things being done by those two students only. It is not like this. I will not let other 8 students suffer because of the mischievous things done by the 2 students. I will selectively punish those 2 students only. So if government has income tax department, they have officials in it, and they know, they have everything in record, that who are the real culprit, who are the real people who are doing corruption, who are not paying taxes, who are converting their money into hawalas and converting their money in properties, gold, and use and doing money laundering. They have all the report. Why not government is taking any action against them? This is what the real question is. You have income tax department, you have all the records. Go and rate those people, ask questions to them, take some seriously strict actions against those people who are big players, the real corrupt people. But what you have done, you have let the whole country suffer for the wrong things of a fistful of people only. If you are really serious, go after those people who have Swiss accounts, who have Panama accounts, and who are the big players. You have all the resources, you have all the machinery. Just go after them, track them, punish them. Don't let the whole India suffer because of the wrong things being done by those bunch of people only. Somewhere it somewhere it makes me question and makes me think that is Narendra Modi really serious about black money and corruption? Because if he has been taking some serious measures and strict actions against those people, not on the whole India. He has let the whole India suffer because of the wrong things being done by those bunch of full of peoples only. So people need to understand this very seriously. Where are those people, those big players? Are they standing in queues? Is government willing to take any action against them? You should ask this question to your government. You should ask this serious question to your government. Okay, maybe this process of demonetization is good, it will help India, I accept. But what about those real culprits? What government is going to do against them? These are the real, very important two questions that every human being in India must ask to his or her government.